I know the weight you carry. I know it because I see it in your eyes when you wake up in the morning and the first thing you feel is that heaviness in your chest. That weight that makes you wonder if you can face another day. That burden that nobody sees, but you feel it every single moment. You carry it when you smile at someone and pretend everything is fine. You carry it when you sit alone at night and the silence becomes so loud that your own thoughts feel like screams. You carry it when you look at old photographs and remember who you used to be, before life taught you that some things break and never quite heal the same way. I know the weight you carry because it has a name. Sometimes it is called regret. Sometimes it is called loneliness. Sometimes it is called disappointment. And sometimes it does not have a name at all. It is just there, like a shadow that follows you everywhere you go. Maybe your weight is the memory of words you should have said but never did. Words of love that stayed trapped inside your heart because you thought there would always be more time. And now that person is gone, and those words weigh more than stones. They sit heavy on your soul, and every day you wake up wishing you could go back, just for one moment, just to say what needed to be said. Or maybe your weight is the silence from someone you love. A son who does not call anymore. A daughter who grew distant and you do not know why. You gave everything. You sacrificed your own dreams, your own happiness, your own life, and now when you need them most, they are not there. And that absence, that emptiness where their love used to be, that is a weight that crushes you slowly, day after day. Maybe your weight is a mistake you made years ago. Something you did that you cannot undo. Something that haunts you in the quiet hours. You have asked God for forgiveness 1,000 times, but somehow you cannot forgive yourself. You carry that shame like chains around your ankles, and it makes every step forward feel impossible. Or perhaps your weight is simply time itself. The realization that life moved faster than you expected. That you are not young anymore. That your body aches in ways it never did before. That people you loved are no longer here. That the world changed and you feel left behind, like a stranger in your own life. I know the weight you carry because we all carry something. Every single person you see, every face you pass on the street, every smile you encounter, they are all carrying their own invisible burden. Some carry grief. Some carry fear. Some carry anger that has nowhere to go. Some carry love that was never returned. But here is what I want you to understand today. Here is the truth that I need you to hear with your whole heart. God knows the weight you carry too. He knows it better than you know it yourself. He sees every sleepless night. He counts every tear that falls when nobody is watching. He feels every moment when your heart breaks just a little bit more. He knows the prayers you whisper in the dark. He knows the questions you are afraid to ask out loud. He knows the pain you hide behind your smile. And He has not forgotten you. I know sometimes it feels like He has. I know sometimes you pray and the heavens feel like stone and your words feel like they go nowhere. I know sometimes you wonder if God even cares, if He even sees you, if He even remembers your name. But He does. The Bible tells us in Psalm 56 that God keeps track of all our sorrows. He collects every single tear we cry. Not one tear falls to the ground without Him knowing. Not one moment of pain goes unnoticed. Not one weight we carry is invisible to Him. Think about that for a moment. The God who created the mountains and the oceans, the God who put the stars in the sky and knows each one by name, that same God is paying attention to your tears. He is keeping count. He is holding them like precious treasures. Because to Him, you are precious. Your pain matters. Your struggle matters. Your life matters. You are not alone in this. You never were. I know it feels like you are. I know when you sit by yourself and the weight feels too heavy and you wonder how much longer you can keep going. It feels like nobody understands. It feels like nobody could possibly know what it is like to carry what you carry. But Jesus does. Jesus carried a cross up a hill. He carried the weight of every sin, every sorrow, every pain that humanity would ever feel. He carried betrayal from a friend. He carried denial from someone he loved. He carried rejection and mockery and cruelty. He carried it all the way to his death. And he did it for you. He did it so that when you feel like you cannot take one more step, you can give that weight to him. He did it so that when the burden feels too heavy, you do not have to carry it alone anymore. In Matthew chapter 11, Jesus says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." Did you hear that? Come to me, all you who are weary. That is you. That is every person who wakes up tired, not just in body but in soul. That is every person who carries weight they never asked for. Jesus is not standing far away, judging you for being weak. He is not disappointed in you for struggling. He is calling you. He is inviting you. He is saying, "Bring that weight to me. Let me carry it with you. Let me give you rest." Rest. When was the last time your soul felt rest? When was the last time you went to sleep without that heaviness pressing down on your chest? When was the last time you felt peace that was not pretend? Jesus is offering you that rest. Not someday. Not when you fix everything. Not when you become perfect or figure it all out. Right now. Today. In the middle of your mess. In the middle of your pain. In the middle of your questions. He sees the weight you carry, and he is saying, "You do not have to carry it alone anymore." But I want to be honest with you. Giving your burden to God does not always mean the burden disappears immediately. Sometimes it does. Sometimes God performs miracles and removes the weight in an instant. But sometimes he does something different. Sometimes he gives you the strength to carry it. Sometimes he walks beside you and helps you take one step at a time. Sometimes he does not remove the weight, but he removes the loneliness of carrying it. And that changes everything. Because when you know you are not alone, when you know that God is with you, when you know that every step you take is a step you are taking with him, suddenly the weight does not crush you the same way anymore. It is still heavy. It still hurts. But you can breathe. You can keep going. You can face tomorrow. Maybe today you woke up and you did not want to. Maybe you opened your eyes and the first thought you had was, "I do not know if I can do this anymore." Maybe you are watching this right now and tears are running down your face because finally, someone is saying out loud what you feel inside. I see you. God sees you. And I want you to know that your tears are not weakness. Your struggle is not failure. The weight you carry does not mean you lack faith. It means you are human. It means life has been hard. It means you have loved and lost and tried and fallen and gotten back up more times than anyone knows. That weight you carry is proof that you are still here. Still fighting. Still hoping, even when hope feels like the hardest thing in the world. And that matters. You matter. If this message is touching your heart right now, if you feel like these words were meant for you, I want to ask you to do something. Subscribe to this channel and leave a like on this video. Not for me, but so that more people who are carrying heavy weights can find these words too. So that someone else who feels alone tonight can hear that they are not. That someone else who is struggling can find hope. Your simple act of subscribing and liking helps this message reach hearts that need it desperately. Now, let me tell you something about the weight you carry that you might not realize. It has taught you things that nothing else could teach you. I know that sounds strange. I know when you are in the middle of pain, the last thing you want to hear is that it has a purpose. But it is true. The weight you carry has made you who you are today. It has given you compassion for others who hurt. It has given you strength you did not know you had. It has given you wisdom that only comes through suffering. It has made you more patient, more understanding, more real. Think about the people in your life who you trust most. The ones you would talk to if you were hurting. Chances are, they are people who have carried their own weight. They are people who know what it is like to struggle. They are people who do not judge you because they understand that life is hard and none of us get through it without scars. That is who you are becoming. That is what your weight is doing in you, even when it does not feel like it. The Apostle Paul wrote in 2 Corinthians that God comforts us in all our troubles so that we can comfort others. So that when someone else is going through what we went through, we can say, I know what that is like. I have been there. And I am still here. And you will make it through too. Your pain has a purpose. Your struggle has meaning. The weight you carry is not wasted. One day, maybe sooner than you think, someone is going to sit across from you with tears in their eyes and a weight on their shoulders, and they are going to need to hear from someone who understands. And you will be that person. You will be able to say, I know the weight you carry. And I want you to know you are not alone. But today, right now, you need to hear those words for yourself. You are not alone. The weight you carry is seen. It is known. It is held by hands stronger than yours. And you are going to make it through this. Maybe not today. Maybe not tomorrow. But one day, you are going to wake up and realize that the weight feels a little lighter. That you can breathe a little easier. That hope does not feel so far away anymore. And when that day comes, you will look back and see that God was there all along. Walking with you. Carrying you when you could not walk. Holding you together when you felt like you were falling apart. He has not left you. He will not leave you. He promises in Hebrews chapter 13, Never will I leave you, never will I forsake you. Never. Not when you fail. Not when you fall. Not when you feel like you have nothing left to give. Never. That is a promise you can hold on to when everything else feels uncertain. So take a deep breath right now. Close your eyes if you need to. And just for a moment, imagine handing that weight to Jesus. Picture yourself laying it down at his feet. Picture him looking at you with love and saying, I will carry this with you. You do not have to do this alone. Because you do not. The weight you carry is real. The pain is real. The struggle is real. But so is God's love. So is his presence. So is his promise to never leave you. And that love, that presence, that promise, is stronger than any weight you will ever carry. You are stronger than you know. Braver than you feel. More loved than you can imagine. And you are not alone. Not now. Not ever. God knows the weight you carry. And he is with you, every single step of the way. There are questions you carry along with the weight. Questions that keep you awake at night. Questions that you are afraid to say out loud because they feel wrong to ask. Questions that make you wonder if your faith is strong enough, if you are good enough, if you deserve the pain you are going through. Why me? Why this? Why now? If God loves me, why does he let me hurt so much? If God is good, why did he take the person I needed most? If God has a plan, why does my life feel so broken? These questions are not sin. They are not proof that your faith is weak. They are proof that you are human, that you feel deeply, that you care, that you are searching for meaning in the middle of suffering. And God is not afraid of your questions. He is not sitting in heaven, angry that you dare to ask why. He is not disappointed in you for struggling to understand. He knows that when we hurt, we need answers. We need to make sense of things. We need to know that our pain has purpose, that it is not just random, meaningless cruelty. Job asked God why. He lost everything. His children, his health, his wealth, everything he had worked for his entire life, gone in an instant. And he sat in the ashes and asked God why. He questioned. He cried out. He demanded an answer. And God did not punish him for it. God did not turn away. David asked God why. In the Psalms, over and over, he pours out his heart. My God, why have you forsaken me? Why are you so far from saving me? He felt abandoned. He felt alone. He questioned where God was in his suffering. And God called him a man after his own heart. Even Jesus, hanging on the cross, asked why. My God, why have you forsaken me? In his darkest moment, in his greatest pain, He asked the question. So you can ask too. You can bring your why to God. You can bring your confusion, your anger, your hurt. You can tell him that it does not make sense. You can tell him that you are tired. You can tell him that you do not understand. He can handle it. He can handle your honesty. He can handle your questions. And even if he does not answer the way you want him to, even if the why remains a mystery, he will hold you through it. He will stay close to you. He will not leave you alone with your questions. Because sometimes the answer to why is not an explanation. Sometimes the answer is a presence. Sometimes God does not tell us why we have to walk through the valley. He just walks through it with us. And in those dark valleys, when we cannot see the path ahead, when every step feels uncertain, His presence becomes more real than it ever was on the mountaintop. I know you are tired of being strong. I know you are tired of pretending everything is okay when inside you are falling apart. I know you are tired of people telling you to just have faith, to just pray more, to just trust God, as if it is that simple. It is not that simple. Faith does not mean you do not hurt. Faith does not mean you do not cry. Faith does not mean you wake up every morning with a smile and perfect peace. Faith means you keep going even when you hurt. Faith means you cry and then you wipe your tears and you take one more step. Faith means you wake up and you do not feel peace, but you choose to trust anyway. Faith is not the absence of struggle. Faith is the decision to hold on to God in the middle of the struggle. And some days, holding on is all you can do. Some days, faith looks like getting out of bed. Some days, faith looks like breathing in and out. Some days, faith looks like whispering, God, I do not feel you, but I am choosing to believe you are still there. That is enough. You do not have to be strong. You do not have to have all the answers. You do not have to pretend. God sees you exactly as you are, with all your doubts and all your questions and all your pain, and He loves you. Not because you are perfect. Not because your faith is unshakable. But because you are His. You are His child. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can change that. Romans chapter 8 tells us that nothing can separate us from the love of God. Not death, not life, not angels, not demons, not our fears for today or our worries about tomorrow, not even the powers of hell can separate us from God's love. Read that again. Let it sink in. Nothing can separate you from His love. Not your mistakes. Not your doubts. Not your anger. Not your questions. Not the weight you carry. Nothing. His love for you is not based on how well you are doing. It is not based on how strong your faith feels today. It is based on who He is. And He is love. He is faithful. He is unchanging. When you change, He does not. When you fall, He does not. When you feel far from Him, He is still right there, closer than your next breath. The weight you carry has probably made you feel distant from God. It has probably made you wonder if He still hears you, if He still cares, if He is still paying attention to your life. Let me tell you something. The times when you feel furthest from God are often the times when He is doing His deepest work in you. Think about a seed that is planted in the ground. It is buried in darkness. It is covered by dirt. It cannot see the sun. It cannot feel the warmth. If that seed could think, it would probably believe it was forgotten, abandoned, left to die in the cold, dark earth. But that is exactly where the growth happens. In the darkness. In the hidden place. In the waiting. The seed does not know that roots are forming. That strength is building. That life is preparing to break through the surface. You are that seed right now. You feel buried. You feel like you are in darkness. You feel like nothing is happening, like God has forgotten about you, like all this pain is for nothing. But roots are forming. Strength is building. Something is growing in you that could not grow any other way. And one day, you are going to break through the surface. You are going to see the sun again. You are going to feel warmth again. And you are going to realize that the darkness was not the end. It was the beginning of something new. But I know that does not make today easier. I know that does not take away the weight you feel right now. So let me speak to where you are today, not where you will be someday. Today, you are tired. Today, the weight feels too heavy. Today, you are not sure you can keep going. And that is okay. It is okay to not be okay. It is okay to tell God, I cannot do this anymore. I need you to do something because I have nothing left. He is not shocked by your honesty. He is not offended by your weakness. He already knows. He has always known. And he is already making a way for you, even when you cannot see it yet. Isaiah chapter 43 says, When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze. Notice it does not say if you pass through the waters. It says when. God knows that life brings deep waters. He knows that we will face rivers that threaten to sweep us away. He knows we will walk through fire. But He promises to be with us. He promises that the waters will not drown us. He promises that the fire will not destroy us. You are in the water right now. You are in the fire. And it hurts. It is terrifying. Feels like too much. But you are still here. You are still breathing. You are still standing, even if barely. That is not luck. That is not coincidence. That is God keeping His promise. That is God holding you above the water when you cannot swim anymore. That is God walking through the fire with you, making sure the flames do not consume you. You are going to make it through this. Not because you are strong enough on your own, but because He is strong enough for both of you. If you are still watching, if these words are giving you hope, if you feel less alone than you did when you started this video, would you subscribe and hit the like button? Share this with someone you know who needs to hear it. Because somewhere right now, someone else is carrying a weight just like yours, and they need to know they are not alone. Your subscription helps us reach them. It helps us bring this message of hope to more hearts that are hurting. Let me tell you about something that happens when we carry weight for a long time. We start to believe that the weight is who we are. We start to think, I am broken. I am damaged. I am too far gone. I am the sum of my pain and my mistakes and my losses. We forget who we were before the weight. We forget that underneath all this hurt, there is still a person who laughs, who hopes, who dreams, who loves. The weight becomes our identity, and we stop believing that we can ever be free from it. But that is a lie. You are not your pain. You are not your mistakes. You are not your past. You are not the weight you carry. You are a beloved child of God. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are chosen. You are known. You are loved beyond measure. The weight is something you are carrying. It is not who you are. And there is coming a day when you will put it down. Maybe not all at once. Maybe a little bit at a time. But you will put it down. You will wake up one morning and realize that you slept through the night without nightmares. You will go a whole day without that tightness in your chest. You will laugh, really laugh, and it will surprise you because you forgot what joy felt like. You will look back at this season of your life and you will see God's fingerprints all over it. You will see how He carried you when you did not even know it. You will see how He made a way when there was no way. You will see how He turned your pain into purpose, your suffering into strength, your sorrow into wisdom. And you will be grateful, not for the pain itself, but for what you became because of it. For who you discovered God to be in the middle of it. For the way it changed you from someone who just talks about faith into someone who lives it, who knows it, who has proven it in the fire. But even if that day feels far away, even if you cannot imagine ever feeling light again, I need you to know this. You are not waiting for that day alone. God is with you right now, in this moment, in this pain. He is not waiting at the finish line for you to get yourself together. He is right here, right now, in the mess. He is in the tears you cried last night. He is in the prayer you whispered this morning. He is in the breath you just took. He is in the decision you made to watch this video, searching for hope. He is here. And He is not going anywhere. Psalm 34 says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." Close. Not far away. Not distant. Not watching from heaven, unmoved by your tears. Close. Right beside you. Right there in the room with you. Right there in the ache. Right there in the loneliness. Right there in the questions. He is collecting your tears. He is hearing your prayers. He is seeing your struggle. And He is saying, "Hold on. Just a little longer. I know it hurts. I know it is hard. But hold on. Because I am doing something in you and for you and through you that you cannot see yet. And it is going to be worth it." This pain is not the end of your story. It is not even the middle. This is just a chapter. And better chapters are coming. Better chapters are coming. I need you to believe that. Even if you cannot feel it. Even if you cannot see it. Even if everything in your life right now is screaming that it is not true. Better chapters are coming. Because God is not finished with you. He is not done writing your story. This weight, this pain, this struggle, it is not the conclusion. It is not the final word. God always has the final word. And His final word is always hope. Always redemption. Always restoration. Always love. So today, right now, I want you to take that weight you are carrying and give it to Him one more time. Even if you have done it before. Even if it comes back. Even if you feel like you are always giving it to Him and nothing changes. Give it to Him again. Say, "God, I cannot carry this anymore. I do not understand why I have to go through this. I do not know how I am going to make it. But I am giving this to you. I am trusting that you are with me. I am choosing to believe that you love me. I am holding on to you because I have nothing else to hold on to." That is faith. That is real, honest, raw faith. And God honors that. He meets you there. He takes that weight from your hands and He says, "I have you. You are mine. And I am going to carry you through this." You are not alone in the weight you carry. You never were. You never will be. God knows. God sees. God cares. And God is with you, every single step of the way. There is something sacred about the weight you carry. I know that sounds strange. I know when you are in pain, the last word you would use to describe it is sacred. But stay with me. The weight you carry has brought you to a place where you cannot pretend anymore. You cannot hide behind a mask. You cannot fake your way through life with a smile that does not reach your eyes. The weight has stripped away everything that was not real. Everything that was just for show. Everything you thought mattered but did not really matter at all. And what is left is you. The real you. Raw. Honest. Broken. Beautiful. And that is the you that God has been waiting to meet. Not the version of you that has it all together. Not the version that never struggles or doubts or questions. But this version. The one who is barely holding on. The one who does not have answers. The one who is just trying to survive one more day. This is the you that God loves most. Because this is the you that needs Him most. This is the you that cannot do life alone anymore. This is the you that has finally come to the end of yourself and discovered that the end of yourself is the beginning of God. There is a story in the Bible about a woman who had been bleeding for 12 years. She spent everything she had on doctors trying to fix her. She was desperate. She was broken. She was considered unclean by her society, which meant she was isolated, alone, rejected. She heard that Jesus was passing by, and she thought, "If I can just touch the edge of His robe, I will be healed." So she pushed through the crowd. She reached out, and she touched Him. And immediately, she was healed. Immediately, the weight she had carried for 12 years was gone. But here is what gets me about this story. Jesus stopped. In the middle of a crowd, with important people waiting for him, with urgent matters demanding his attention, he stopped. He said, "Who touched me?" His disciples thought he was being ridiculous. "There are people everywhere, pushing against you. What do you mean, who touched you?" But Jesus knew. He felt it. He felt her faith. He felt her desperation. He felt her weight. And he stopped everything to acknowledge her, to see her, to let her know that she mattered. That is who God is. You might feel like just another face in the crowd. You might feel like your pain is not important enough for God to notice. You might feel like He is too busy with bigger problems, more important people, more urgent needs. But when you reach out to Him, even with the smallest touch of faith, He stops. He notices. He sees you. You are not invisible to Him. You are not forgotten. You are not too small, too broken, too far gone. He knows your name. He knows your story. He knows the weight you carry. And He is stopping right now, in this moment, to look at you and say, "I see you. Your faith has made you whole. Go in peace. Go in peace." Not go and fix everything first. Not go and get yourself together. Not go and become perfect. Go in peace. Right now. As you are. With all your mess. With all your questions. With all your pain. Go in peace. Because peace is not the absence of problems. Peace is the presence of God in the middle of your problems. And He is here. Maybe you have been angry at God. Maybe you stopped praying because you felt like He stopped listening. Maybe you walked away from church, from faith, from everything you used to believe because life hurt too much and God felt too far away. He is not angry at you for that. He understands. He knows that pain can make us feel things we never thought we would feel. He knows that sometimes the only way we know how to survive is to shut down, to close off, to protect our hearts from being hurt again. But He never shut you out. He never walked away. He never stopped loving you. He has been waiting. Patiently. Quietly. Gently. Waiting for the moment when you would be ready to reach out again. Even if it is just a whisper. Even if it is just a tiny touch of faith. He is ready to meet you there. The prodigal son walked away from his father. He took everything he had been given and he wasted it. He made terrible choices. He ended up broken, alone, eating food meant for pigs, sitting in the ruins of his own life. And he decided to go home. Not because he thought he deserved it. But because he had nowhere else to go. He practiced a speech. "Father, I have sinned. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Just make me one of your servants." But when his father saw him coming, still far off, he ran. He ran to his son. He threw his arms around him. He kissed him. He called for the best robe, a ring, sandals. He threw a party. The son never got to finish his speech. The father did not care about the speech. He only cared that his son came home. That is how God feels about you. It does not matter how far you walked away. It does not matter what you did. It does not matter how long you have been gone. When you turn toward home, when you take even one step in His direction, He runs to you. He is not waiting with judgment. He is not waiting with disappointment. He is waiting with open arms, with a robe to cover your shame, with a ring to restore your identity, with a party to celebrate your return. Because He never stopped being your father. You never stopped being His child. The weight you carry does not disqualify you from His love. The mistakes you made do not disqualify you. The questions you asked do not disqualify you. Nothing disqualifies you from the love of God. Nothing. If you have made it this far in this video, if you are still listening, that tells me something about you. It tells me you have not given up. It tells me that somewhere deep inside, underneath all the pain and all the weight, there is still a flicker of hope. Do not let that flicker go out. Fan it. Protect it. Hold on to it with everything you have. Because that flicker is God. That is Him, whispering to your soul, I am still here. I have not forgotten you. Better days are coming. And if you found hope in this message, if it reminded you that you are not alone, I want to ask you one more time to subscribe to this channel and leave a like. Because your support helps us reach more people who need to hear this. Someone watching tomorrow might be at the end of their rope, and this message might be what keeps them holding on. You can be part of that. You can help us spread hope to hurting hearts. Now let me tell you what happens when you finally start to let go of the weight. You do not become a different person. You become more yourself. The self you were always meant to be before life weighed you down. You start to laugh again, and it does not feel fake. You start to hope again, and it does not feel foolish. You start to love again, and it does not feel scary. You look at the sky and notice it is blue. You hear a bird sing and it makes you smile. You taste your food and actually enjoy it. You sleep at night without nightmares. You wake up in the morning and your first thought is not dread. Little by little, moment by moment, breath by breath, you come back to life. And one day, someone will come to you carrying their own weight. They will sit down across from you with tears in their eyes and pain in their voice. And you will recognize it immediately because you know what it looks like. You know what it feels like. And you will be able to say, I know the weight you carry. And I want you to know that you are going to be okay. I know it does not feel like it right now. I know everything hurts. But I have been where you are. And I made it through. And you will too. Because God is with you, even when you cannot feel Him. Especially when you cannot feel Him. And your words will have power because they will not just be words. They will be testimony. They will be proof. They will be evidence that God is real and God is good and God does not abandon His children in their darkest hour. That is why you went through what you went through. Not because God wanted you to suffer, but because He knew that your story could bring hope to someone else's pain. He knew that your survival could become someone else's strength. Your weight is not wasted. Your tears are not meaningless. Your struggle has purpose. You just cannot see it all yet. But you will. In Revelation chapter 21, God gives us a glimpse of what is coming. He says, He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain, for the old order of things has passed away. Every tear. He is going to wipe away every single tear you ever cried. Not just brush them aside. Not just ignore them. Wipe them away. Gently, tenderly, with His own hands. And there will be no more pain. No more weight. No more sorrow. No more lonely nights. No more unanswered questions. Just peace. Just love. Just Him. That is what you are moving toward. That is what is waiting for you. Not just someday in heaven, but even here on earth, glimpses of it. Moments of it. Tastes of it. Moments when the weight lifts and you can breathe. Moments when you feel loved even though nothing in your circumstances has changed. Moments when peace washes over you for no reason you can explain. Those moments are previews. They are God saying, this is what I have planned for you. This is where we are going. So hold on. Keep walking. Do not give up. Because what is ahead is so much better than what you are walking through right now. I do not know what your specific weight is. I do not know if it is grief or loneliness or regret or fear or shame or something else entirely. But I know this. God knows. And He cares. And He has not brought you this far to leave you now. He did not let you survive everything you survived just to abandon you here. He did not walk with you through every dark valley just to walk away when you need Him most. He is with you. He will always be with you. And when you cannot walk, He will carry you. When you cannot see, He will be your light. When you cannot hope, He will be your hope. You do not have to be strong. He will be your strength. You do not have to have faith that moves mountains. Even faith the size of a mustard seed is enough. Even the smallest whisper of God, help me, is enough. He hears. He sees. He knows. And He loves you more than you can possibly imagine. So tonight, when you go to bed, I want you to do something. I want you to picture yourself laying that weight down beside your bed. Picture it physically, as if you are taking it off your shoulders and setting it on the floor. And I want you to say out loud, God, I am giving this to you. I cannot carry it tonight. So I am trusting you to carry it for me. Let me sleep in peace knowing that you have got this. You have got me. And then close your eyes and rest. Really rest. Let your body relax. Let your mind quiet. Let your soul be still. Even if it is just for a few hours, let yourself be free from the weight. Because you deserve rest. You deserve peace. You deserve to feel loved and safe and held. And you are. You always have been. You always will be. God knows the weight you carry. He has known it all along. And He is with you right now, in this very moment. You are not alone. You never were. You never will be. And you are going to make it through this. Not because life suddenly gets easy, but because God is with you, and that is enough. That has always been enough. And it always will be. Take a deep breath. Let these words settle in your heart. And know, really know, that you are loved. You are seen. You are known. And the weight you carry does not define you. God's love defines you. And that love will never, ever let you go. Amen.